Okay, time for Jails Unlocked Part 3, trying to stay healthy in jail. I'm Ivy, and this may surprise you, but it can actually be really hard to stay healthy in jail, even if you were in pretty good shape before. Like I mentioned in my last video, people in jail can go weeks or months without sunlight or fresh air while they're waiting for their trial. That's true here in St. Louis and in jails across the US. Those aren't the only factors that make it hard to stay healthy in jail. In fact, jails are infamous for not only being dirty and gross themselves, remember the workhouse? But also for denying people access to basic hygiene products like soap, toilet paper, and toothpaste. A man I talked to at the city jail told me that he went weeks without taking a shower. That might be an extreme example, but people who talked to me and other Marshall Project journalists in jails around the country said that going days without a shower is totally normal at their jail. Women also said that they were denied access to tampons, or that staff forgot about them, leaving them to bleed on the floor of their cell for days. In St. Louis, the jail's policy says that if somebody is too poor to afford an extra pair of underwear, the jail has to send somebody to physically inspect the old pair before that person can receive another one. People also described black mold, bugs, and walls covered in human. Yeah, try staying healthy in those conditions. The thing is, people do try. Another myth I hear all the time about jails is that they are filled with people who are fundamentally evil and disgusting and who deserve to be there. But once again, jails were created to hold people who haven't gone to trial yet. In many cases, those people are too poor to afford bail. And in some places, you can go to jail for just not paying a traffic ticket. People in jail told my team that to try to keep clean, they take bird baths in their cells, use broken pens and pencils to comb their hair, and scrub the toilets with whatever scraps of paper that they can find. And living in those conditions doesn't just affect your physical health. It can take a huge toll on your mental and emotional well-being too. People are supposed to be allowed out of their cells multiple times a day to take a shower, make phone calls, or exercise. But St. Louis is one of many jails in the US that keeps people largely on lockdown. That means they're confined to their cells for 22, 23, or even 24 hours a day. Those conditions are quite similar to solitary confinement, and they can lead to increased tensions and fights within the jail. But why would a jail keep people in these conditions who haven't been found guilty of anything, especially when there's so much research showing what a terrible impact it has on their health? That's actually a question for our next Jails Unlocked, where we'll get into who works in a jail and what happens when no one wants to work there. In the meantime, and as always, don't hesitate to leave your questions, comments, and stories of your own in the comments, or shoot me an email at local@themarshallproject.org. Until next time, guys.